All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're tackling a big one: how to conquer Dubai's digital world in 2025. If you want your business to even be noticed in a city this fast paced, you've got to know who the champions of search are. This is where it all starts. So let me ask you something straight up. In this massive, crowded digital arena that is Dubai, is your business basically invisible? It's a tough question, right? But with so many global brands and local innovators all fighting for attention, if you're not popping up online, you might as well not even be there. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to survey the digital battlefield. Then we'll get into the new rules of the game. And trust me, it's more than just SEO now. After that, we'll talk about how to choose your champion, and then we'll meet the top contenders. We'll wrap up by looking at what's next for search and figure out your winning move. Okay, let's set the stage. Dubai is not just some regional hub anymore. It's a global digital capital. The online space here is hyper-competitive. Having a great product just doesn't cut it. In this world, being seen online isn't a vanity metric, it's literally about survival. But here's the thing. The game has completely changed. That old playbook, the one that was all about traditional SEO, it's not going to win you the championship anymore. To really dominate in 2025, you have to master a whole new set of rules. So let's start with the foundation, just to make sure we're on the same page. SEO, search engine optimization. This is the classic art of making sure your website shows up as high as possible on a Google search page. It's still absolutely 100% vital. But now we've got this critical new layer, AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization. This is the science of making your brand the direct answer when someone asks Alexa or Google Assistant or any of those AI chatbots a question. It's not about being on a list, it's about being the definitive source of truth. So what's the real difference here? Think of it this way. With SEO, your goal is to get your name on the list of results. With AEO, your goal is to be the one and only answer that's given. SEO focuses on keywords and links for the old school Google search. AEO, on the other hand, is all about structured data and short, sharp snippets of info that AI and voice assistants can grab and read out instantly. Okay, so you need a killer strategy for both SEO and AEO. The big question is, how on earth do you pick the right partner to help you do it? Well, it turns out there are 5 keys you absolutely have to look for in a top-tier agency. You see, a winning agency builds its strategy piece by piece. It all has to start with comprehensive services that cover both the old world of SEO and this new world of AEO. Then, everything they do has to be guided by data, not guesswork. But data isn't enough in Dubai. They need that deep local and language expertise. And you need to see what's working with transparent reporting. It all comes together in the most important piece, a proven track record of actually getting results. All right, with that checklist in hand, we've pinpointed 5 agencies that are really leading the charge in Dubai for 2025. Each one has a slightly different but very powerful approach to the game. First up, let's talk about Crayon Media. These guys are a super interesting case of mixing global tech with on-the-ground smarts. So what makes them so special is this hybrid model they've got. They build their advanced AI-first workflows in their tech hub in Calcutta, and then they deploy it with local teams right here in Dubai. What that means for you is you get the power of sophisticated AI digging through data, but the final strategy is perfectly tuned for the local culture. And it's clearly working. They've hit an incredible 92 out of 100 on-page SEO score for their clients. Now, for a totally different approach, let's look at Digital Boost Solutions. They're the masters of bringing everything together. Their big strength is that they don't believe SEO should live on an island. They fuse it with paid ads, content, everything into one unified, powerful strategy. They even give clients a personalized SEO opportunity score to show them exactly where the biggest wins are. This whole every dollar works together approach, well, it delivered a massive 150% return on investment for a financial firm. Not bad, huh? But what if being hyper-local is your absolute #1 priority? Well, then you have to look at Emirates SEO experts. Their secret sauce is an incredibly deep, authentic understanding of the local culture. We're not just talking about being able to speak Arabic. We're talking about knowing the nuances, the local dialects, the inside jokes, how people really think and shop here. And the results of that intense focus? A staggering 200% surge in traffic for a major retail brand, all because they connected in a way nobody else could. Okay, so we've seen a specialist. Now let's look at a true digital powerhouse, Next-Gen Digital Media. These guys don't just want you to win on Google, they want you to be everywhere. They build your brand authority across the entire digital ecosystem, combining SEO with social media and influencer marketing for total domination. They also use AI to spot trends before they become trends, which is how they took an e-commerce brand from just a local player to a major force across the entire GCC. And finally, for anyone who believes that true success is built on a flawless technical foundation, we have AlphaRank SEO. Their entire focus is on pure technical perfection. This might sound a little nerdy, but trust me, it's absolutely critical. In search, speed is everything. They get into the weeds of things like Google's Core Web Vitals to make sure a client site is blazing fast and works perfectly. Being able to deliver site load times under 200 milliseconds consistently, that is a massive competitive advantage. So we've met the champions of today, but this world never ever stands still. So let's just take a quick peek over the horizon and see what's coming next. Search is about to get a whole lot more, well, everything. We're going to see search results that include video and even augmented reality right on the page. Using your phone's camera to search for things is going to be huge. And things like sustainability and ethical practices will actually start to affect your rankings. Plus, creating content specifically designed to be read aloud by smart speakers is going to become non-negotiable. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. We've looked at the battlefield, the new rules, how to pick a partner, and the top players. So now, it really all comes down to one thing. What's your next move to claim your space? Because at the end of the day, it's not just about getting on the list anymore. The ultimate question for 2025 and for the entire future of search is this: is your brand ready to be the answer?